In this video, I'm giving away the best strategy for beginners to find products to sell on Amazon. This is the exact strategy that catapulted me to over $4 million sold on Amazon. Because where most people get it wrong when they start selling on Amazon is they make it way too complicated on themselves. They're making their own products. They're worrying about buying ads when you can buy name brand products that people already want to buy from you. So this video is going to reveal how to find products, know when a product is actually good to buy, the simplest tools that you actually need to get started selling on Amazon, and how to make your first sales as soon as possible. So let's just go ahead and jump into the first step here, and that's identifying a place that you can buy cheap inventory. So in this example today, I noticed there's a sale on puma.com. We can get 30% off a ton of the shoes that they have available to us. You can see here when I look at the actual sale itself, there's over 1,900 products that we could actually start looking at that we might be able to sell on Amazon ourselves. So if you need a starting point to find an item, because for the sourcing strategy that we're going to break down today, most people end up starting the wrong way. Finding a good sale is the best way to start finding items. So the easiest first step is to just start opening up websites. Think Puma, Nike, Shop WSS, Walgreens, iHerb, Vitacost. There's a ton of different websites out there, and you just need to start opening up a few and finding a sale. And once you've actually found one of those sales, like we have here with Puma, we can start using this sale to find a ton of profit, right? So what I want to do is open up one of these items here. And as we already talked about, there's almost 2,000 products on this sale. So it would take us a ton of time and a ton of effort to look through all 2,000 of these items. You would definitely make some money, but there's a faster way to do it, right? So I'm going to open up this example item right here. And this is where we get into the first of two paid product research tools. You only need these two that I'm going to talk about. The first is called SellerAmp. This is our product research tool. It's about $20 a month. And what it's going to do for you here is it's going to pull up these search results on Amazon for the specific item that we're looking at, right? So we can see immediately the best sellers rank. This best seller rank is tracking how fast the item sells. The number one best sellers rank would be the number one fastest selling shoe on Amazon. And it's also going to show us the maximum cost that we need to buy it for to actually make a profit and how much competition we have, right? But we don't need to dive too much into the detail here. What we want to do with SellerAmp here is open up the actual Amazon listing, and then we want to use that to scroll down to the offers tab of the SellerAmp Chrome extension. It's going to show us a ton of information that we need to see about every product that we're selling. But in this case, it's going to show us who our competitors are. And where this becomes valuable is when we're looking at our competitors. Let's go ahead and open up one of these storefronts here. They've got about 100 feedback. They've sold some items, but they haven't sold a crazy amount. Like some of these other sellers, I noticed they have 100,000 feedback. They are going to be a very established seller. So instead of comparing all these items on the Puma website, trying to figure out which ones sell well and sell profitably, we can look at these stores that are already selling Puma products, and we can essentially figure out the best products that these sellers are already selling. And then it's our job to go back and see if they're on sale at Puma, right? So these sellers have already done the work, and we can narrow down specifically in the storefront search here down to just Puma branded products. So now we're looking at an Amazon seller storefront that's already done all the work of figuring out which Puma products sell well. And now all we need to do is go in here and figure out which of these ones that they have already decided sell well might be on sale today. So let's go ahead and open up a couple of these listings here, and I'll show you how to source through these items. Let's go ahead and check out this next one here, and then we'll also go ahead and open up these little cross trainers here, and we'll see if these items are on sale at the Puma website. So as we're looking initially at the profit calculator right here, what we're hoping for is that we can buy this pair of shoes for $52 or less. And if that's the case, we're going to end up making $18 profit or even more if we can find them cheap. If not, then we'll move on to the next item that this seller has already decided sells well, right? So let's go ahead and hit the Google button right there. That's going to grab the title from this product page right here. That's going to search it for me. So in this example, it seems like it took me straight to the Puma website there. And when I do that, it's showing me that I can buy those shoes for 46 bucks right there. So let's go ahead and dive into this listing, and we'll see if we can maybe find some profit, right? So I believe it's that pair of shoes right there, and we're buying these for $46, and we also have that 30% off coupon, right? So we're buying these for $32.20, and we basically want to figure out if any of these shoes with this color are selling for $64 or more. Somewhere around there, we're making a pretty good profit. And so it looks like this example almost immediately might be a profitable lead. The only problem with this, and this is where our second paid product research tool comes in, this is called Keepa. 20 bucks a month for Keepa, 20 bucks a month for SellerAmp. And that's really really all you need to do the reverse sourcing product sourcing method. And this is also where we're going to be able to find maybe some other gems looking at this listing, right? So when I look at this item here, Amazon, we typically don't want to compete with them as third-party sellers. They tend to hog all of the sales when they're selling on a listing themselves, but we can still see if there's any of these other sizes in this color that we found on sale that are available and seems somewhat ready for us to make a profit, right? So we'll go ahead and go down to variations down here on Keepa. We'll go ahead and go to color, and then I just entered the color right there. So now we're filtered down to just specifically that color that we're looking at. When I see a lot of these selling for 50 bucks, there's a $64 one. And the problem with some of these though is that Amazon is on them. I don't, however, see Amazon on this product right here. We can see over here on the Keepa chart on the left, this is showing me the Amazon history of an item. And I can see that this size 14 right there, that is $60. So let's go ahead and see if this item right here, maybe this first thing we checked might be profitable, right? So 60 bucks, we're buying them for 32. So we would make $9.40 profit. It's a little bit lower on ROI than I usually like to look for. It's a good idea to be pretty strict on your ROI criteria, especially as a beginner, because after returns and all that good stuff, you want to make sure you're actually making money. But let's go ahead and see of these other ones that are like $65 where we would make money. Let me show you a quick trick to see if we can actually compete with Amazon, because sometimes you can, right? So what we want to do is we want to go down to the buy box analysis tab of SellerAmp. I want to go ahead and just press like the average 30 days. So over the last 30 days, Amazon has only grabbed about 23% of the sales, which is good to see. We can also filter this by last one. And so this is showing me that this seller right here, 11 hours ago, they made a sale while competing with Amazon. So something like this, we might actually be able to hop on and make sales. There's immediate proof that we can make some sales there. We're buying these for 32 bucks. So we do make $14 profit on this. So this would probably be something that you could go ahead and buy maybe 5 or 10 units of, test the waters out, see how it goes. We can also check out something like this, right? So we can see only very recently did Amazon start hogging a lot of the sales. We can check the SellerAmp buy box statistics. We can also mouse over the Keepa chart here. And up on that top bar, you see how it changes colors. That's showing me when different sellers are basically getting all the sales on a listing. And Amazon only has a couple little chunks there where they're hogging all the sales, right? Something like this, we might actually be able to also go ahead and hop on. The only thing I don't like about this item though, is it has a good history of selling for $55. And if that item's price goes back down to $55, we're not really making enough money for it to be worth it. This one's not quite as good as that last item we saw. Maybe again, worth a little bit of a test order there. If you're just trying to get the ball rolling, you don't want to be too strict with your profit criteria. And so something like that could be worth checking out. I like that last product a lot better though. So we're immediately finding some stuff that's at least a little bit interesting. And so let's go ahead and do the same process and see if we can find maybe some more items here, right? So again, here's this next item. We found this item by looking at the storefront of this seller who's already successfully selling Puma products. We know how to get Puma products on sale today. And so we want to go ahead and dive in a little bit deeper here, right? So we're looking for these axe lions or something like that. We're going to go ahead and pop open the Puma listings here. We've got like this dark grayish, we've got white. Seems like we got a lot of different colors here. Sweet. So we can go ahead and check these out. So let's go ahead and dive into this listing here. And we're going to be picking up these shoes. I want to start by looking at like the simple black and whites. We're going to be picking up these shoes for 46 plus that coupon code there. And so let's go ahead and dive in and see if we can find those shoes. Looks like we also got the all whites there. And so let's go ahead and check out this listing here. Again, we're looking for the all black. I'm not sure I see the all black on something like this, but we definitely do have these white color. But I'm also curious if they have these gray colors, right? So again, reverse sourcing is basically just trying to send us down different rabbit holes and see where we might be able to dig up some profit, right? So these were 51 bucks on the Puma website, plus we get a 30% off coupon. We're buying these for $35, which means basically any of these sizes, if we can find any of them for about $69 or more, we're making the kind of ideal amount of profit, right? So typically I'm looking for 35% ROI or $3 profit. Typically I want both of those things to be true. So on something like this, we're definitely looking for that high ROI. But I want to go ahead and start filtering this down to only the color that we know we actually have in stock. So again, we're going to go to variations. We're going to go to color. I'm going to paste that right there and let's see what we can find. So these right here, the size 10, you can see Amazon's out of stock on them. The current price is 70 bucks. That one could be making us some money there. This one right here, right now, again, so this is $70. Typically though, Amazon sells this product and it's about a $45 item. So the biggest thing you want to think about when you're finding products is just figuring out quick ways to skip bad items. The good items tend to be obvious, but the faster you can skip the junk items, the faster you're going to be able to, really make profit, right? So skipping items that are typically way cheaper is a really good way to do that and skip straight to the gems. Something like this, right? So no Amazon's on it. Got a decent history of selling for 70 bucks for a bit there, 70 bucks there. Used to be 50 for a while. So we'll at least check those out. And these are probably definitely going to be worth checking out, right? So these are 70 bucks. They've been in the $70 range for at least like 6 weeks or so. You even zoom out and see there's a good history of it selling a little bit cheaper, maybe in the $60 range back here last August. August, they went for like $100. So there's definitely established demand on something like this. So again, we're paying 51. We get that 30% off code and sweet. So we're making money on something like this. I'm going to show you another really powerful trick. This is something that I wasn't aware of for way too long, and it's the data offers tab of Keepa. And what this allows us to do is see real-time sales and exactly the prices that people were charging to get those sales. So for example, on the offers tab down here, we can see a lot of people at $70. Maybe they made a sale recently. We can also see people who are now sold out, right? So we can see that this seller a while back, they had 4 in stock, then 3, then 2, then 1. And so this is showing me right away that this item does actually sell. Again, right here's more sales happening on the data offers tab. So it's just another nice verification that this item does actually sell on Amazon. Something like this, you probably want to, again, place another test order, especially if it's your first items that you're buying to sell on Amazon. Good idea just to always buy 5 or 10 units, test it out. And the fastest way to test these items is by using Amazon Merchant Fulfillment. So when you buy this item, you'll get these Puma shoes shipped to you. They're profitable right now. And if you do Amazon Merchant Fulfillment, you're basically going to list them almost like you're an eBay seller. If you've ever done that before, you're going to list it on Amazon. All of the listing and everything like that, you don't have to worry about. You're just going to go onto Seller Central and basically say, hey, I have 10 units of this ASIN. I want to list it as a merchant fulfilled seller. And then it'll show up on the listing and you will be one of the available offers on this listing. If that part of the process is confusing, I have full guides on my channel for listing FBM or sending to Amazon FBA, where we could buy this shoe. We could ship it off to Amazon's warehouse for about 60 cents a pound. And then whenever the sale happens, Amazon takes care of the rest for us. So instead of merchant fulfilling, we ship it to the customer. FBA, Amazon ships it to the customer for us. So those are your options there. And using merchant fulfillment lets you test the concept. So something like this, where we can probably make a really good amount of profit in the short run, using merchant fulfillment allows you to jump on opportunities faster. It lets you grow your money faster. And it's really just a no-brainer if you are that new seller. Again, I'd really recommend that if you are on the newer side. And we can also go ahead and see here if any of these might be worth picking up. So this one doesn't have as much of a history as selling at that $70 price point here. Typically it's about a $50 item. And at that price point, I'm not super interested in selling it. So if we're doing, again, 51 times 0.7, we're buying it for 35. I really don't want this to go back down to $50. So I'd probably skip on something like that item right there. But already within a couple minutes here, we found some items that would be worth hopping on, testing the water, seeing if we can make some sales. And so let's go ahead and keep diving in here. We'll see if we can find maybe 1 or 2 winning products here. So again, the process, all we need to do, find a sale, go to the item that you want to sell, the brand you want to sell, open up some of the sellers here, and then just filter down to that brand that you did see on sale. For the sake of variety here, we can also switch up the storefronts that we're looking at. So instead of storefront stocking that store, we can see maybe one of these other sellers on these listings might be really good at sourcing some other Puma items. For example, here's this item that we wanted to test a few units on. So we can open the storefront right here. The fact that they've found something profitable makes them probably even a little bit better for us to look at. And we can start figuring out if they have any really good items that we want to check out, right? So let's check these out. These are a little bit different than these other ones we found. And this is also a good example where I can show you another product research hack. So as we're looking through these storefronts, we know that we can at least check out the potential on these. We can hit the Google button to find the title, or you can also right click and then search image with Google. And then that's going to search all of Google for this picture basically. And a lot of times you can find the source listing. So we could find like the puma.com product page. In this case, I'm not sure if it's coming up, maybe right there. Yeah, so it found it there for us right there, right? Just a quick way to find potential items. So these are $49 plus a 30% off coupon. So 49 times 0.70. We're getting these for $34. And the fact that this first item right here is a $5 profit tells me that we should dig a little bit deeper. This one item, we definitely don't want to make $4 selling a pair of shoes, but the fact that we're close, like right away, shows me that there's probably some other colors that we can check out here. So let's go ahead and filter black gum. We'll go ahead and copy. Again, we do that same process of variations, color, filter black gum, and bang, right? So we can also just sort by highest new price right there as well. So we do actually have some of these that are in a decently high price range. So something like this could be perfect, honestly. So no Amazon on it, barely a little bit back there. Decent consistency in terms of selling for like $65. Price fluctuates a little bit, but it seems like we shouldn't have too many problems. Yeah, so it sold for 78 there. It's went down to 60, but now it's back up to 74, $70. We're buying these for, again, like $34. So something like this is a lot more interesting. $15 in profit, very good ROI right there, 46% ROI. And then we can also go ahead and just do a quick check and make sure that this actually sells. over here on the original variations chart where we went to the more expensive listing, right? If we go ahead and go over to the ratings history on Keepa, this is tracking the number of times that someone left a 1, 3, 5-star rating, right? And you got to figure if people are leaving ratings on an item, that means they must have bought it. The rate at which people leave ratings on Amazon is also really uncommon. So if there's been 2 ratings on here, that's really equivalent to at least 40 to 50 sales, probably a lot more than that, just with how few times people typically leave reviews. I haven't left one in forever on Amazon. I bet you haven't either. And so all these are equivalent to a pretty good amount of sales. So the fact that is gaining reviews, we're making a 46% ROI, shows me that it's probably another good item that we're able to find just by looking through these storefronts on SellerAmp here. And real quick, I also want to mention, if you're ready to dive deeper and get some serious sauce on becoming an Amazon seller, we host free live classes every couple weeks. Even if it's past April 10th when you're watching this video, go ahead and click the link down below. Check out the free classes that we host. They typically go for about 2 hours. We share a ton of information that we don't put here on YouTube. And at the end, we do some live Q&A. So if you have any questions about what we show you during the show, we drop a ton of value on these free live classes. It's the highest ROI 2 hours you'll get. And it's a really nice place for us to give you a condensed, simple roadmap to start sourcing and scaling your Amazon business. So go ahead and get registered for the next free Amazon class down below, and I will see you there. And if you guys did get value from today's video, please feel free to subscribe. That helps me out with my business for kind of helping you out a little bit as well. Let me know if you have any questions, comments. I'm always happy to answer those down below in the comment section. But I really appreciate you watching this video, and I will see you next time.